Awaken to hidden functions of the starting capacitor for electric fans that people do not know about it. First function, installed to starting capacitors to make the fan run slower and consume less electricity, can use the fan in cool autumn. The second function, adding to starting capacitors to the power outlet to create a short circuit protection circuit, is very simple when it is applied by a skilled worker. It is really useful and extremely safe to avoid unfortunate risks when repairing high voltage electrical equipment such as 110 volts or 220 volts. The capacitor in a fan is a black, rectangular component that supplies voltage to start the fan. Once the motor starts running, the capacitor will no longer be effective. Normally, the types of fans that many families use today must use capacitors because the fan motors are all single-phase asynchronous type. Most capacitors will be located right next to the fan gearbox, or may also be located near the motor area. On each capacitor, you will clearly see the parameters of the capacitor, and thanks to that, if the capacitor in the fan has a problem, you can find other equivalent capacitors to replace it. Function of capacitors in fans. The main function of capacitors in fans is to deflect the magnetic field and provide a large amount of voltage to help the motors in the fan operate stably and effectively. Only when the capacitor in the fan operates normally, or the rated power supplied to the fan is sufficient, can you use the fan. Use the fan at moderate power. Do not turn on the fan too strong for a long time, as this will cause the fan to break down faster. However, when using the fan for a long time, you may encounter a situation where the capacitor in the fan is damaged due to many different reasons. Usually, there are 3 common reasons that many users often encounter: unstable voltage, poor quality capacitors, and capacitors that are too old. If the capacitor in the fan is damaged, you can completely replace it yourself at home without having to take it to the store. In this video, I want to convey to you a message to save energy to protect the environment. And now let's join hands to do it. I am creating something that will help people save electricity when using. This circuit is very simple, isn't it everyone? Its function is to reduce energy consumption for electric fans. When we use fans in the season that is not too hot, or we use fans in rooms with air conditioning. If we want to turn on the fan to circulate the wind in the room without needing the maximum power of the fan, this circuit will help us solve that problem very simply. I'm running it through the step-down converter I just designed. It's running really fast, right? Now let's run it through this circuit. So when running through the circuit with 2 capacitors of this fan, it has reduced the speed a lot. Unfortunately, I do not have a RPM meter here to compare the actual results for you, so you can feel it with your own eyes or do it yourself at home and see the results immediately. This circuit will not affect the durability of your fan because the sine wave it outputs is still great. Next, you and I come to the anti-short circuit circuit, which is also improved from the previous circuit, so that when we use it, we will have 2 in 1. As you know, many unfortunate careless incidents have occurred when we repair high voltage electricity from 110 volts to 220 volts AC at home. We should not be proud that we are good at anything, but protect ourselves first. Sometimes it is just carelessness, and if something happens, we are the first to suffer, right? Because of that, let's do something like this so that when we do it, we will not have to regret anything more. Connect the capacitor to the socket. You can freely try the devices that you do not know if it is having a short circuit somewhere, and most importantly, it is safe for you, safe for the electrical system of your entire house. It's great. In my opinion, if your devices have low power consumption, everyone should make themselves a socket like this. Easy to find items like fan capacitors will protect us when something silly happens. What do you think of this video? Does it bring you interesting and useful things? Please let me know in the comments section below this video. I look forward to everyone's interaction to help me make great friends. If the video is good, please give me a like, a share and a subscription. And more importantly, please give me your opinion. Thank you very much.